Okay, I was asked to do a video on sweep picking. So it's a real simple, straightforward way of doing it. Now I'm going to take a simple arpeggio, and in this case it's going to be a D shape in the key of A major. Hit up at the 9th fret, so I'm going to play the 9th fret, or a G, 10th, B, 9, to B, 12. Now the first thing you need to do is just be able to hammer it on with your left hand. The actual picking side of it just comes in by just sweeping your plectrum across one continual motion. So nice and gently, just once you can do that, you can then move it to being a minor. I'm doing this, I'm going to just take this C sharp, turn it into a C to make it A minor. Again, it's all left hand, you can probably hear. It's pretty clean like that already. That just gives a little bit more articulation to it. Once you're okay with that shape, there's a couple of ways you could go. You can try extending it down. So we can take the major one again. Add an extra note in there, just put in another C sharp, go down to another A. Or minor, which is extending it down. It gives you a much bigger range in that respect. And you can then move around into different chords. So for instance, you could take an A, move it down 2 frets, becomes a G. More F, back to G. That kind of thing. Or you could do it with the bigger ones. It's really up to you as to how far you want to go with these particular things. And this is just using the one shape. It's a D shape. When I extend it down, it turns it into what I consider to be the C shape. You could then have a look at some of the other shapes that are available to you. For instance, there's an E shape, so if we were doing it still in A, there's a couple of ways you can go with this. There would be this chord, which is based around this, or that was the A shape. So So there's just a couple of ideas, but the idea is, can you hammer and you just let your plectrum sweep around. If you're feeling particularly flash, you could add extra notes, just to put a tap on the octave. Turn into a dominant 7. Minor 7. If you want it to sound like it finishes off on the octave, you could these kind of ideas. But it just gets you in. What you basically need to know is you need to be able to hammer on and off with your left hand and just let your plectrum glide and just keep it pretty much in a straight line like that. Don't do that. It doesn't help doing that. Okay, I find that helpful.